This is Ertan Taskin from Ozan Engineering, and in this video I'll be talking about generic simulations of suppressor or silencers that are used in firearms. The products we are going to use in this presentation are Workbench, Space Claim, CFX Solver, and CFD Post. Before going into the details of the CFD application, I would like to give you a brief introduction about the silencer applications and the technology. In fact, per this example, the application or the idea goes back to the beginning of the 1900s. The idea is the silencer device, which is actually shown as the part 11 here, is attached to the rifle with the ID number 10 shown here. When the bullet moves from right to left on the screen, and after it leaves the barrel, it is actually passing through certain structures where the pressure is actually absorbed. While absorbing the pressure, the sound is diminished. But this is the whole idea behind this. And in the next slide, I'm going to show you an application of the CFD calculations on a very generic case. In this example, we're going to use Workbench, and in the Workbench we have a geometry and the fluids component as well as the structural component. Our focus for this video is not going to be the structural, but mainly on the fluid side, and we're going to start with the geometry. Here is the geometry, open in Space Claim, and there are multiple components already assigned. And you will also see that we are only considering the 1/10 of the entire domain. The components are air, the main fluid domain, the suppressor, which is the solid domain, and we're not going to talk about this in this application, and the bullet, which is actually shown here too. So this is the geometry with the silencer. But in this example, I'm going to also demonstrate a reference case in which there is not going to be a silencer. So it's actually very easy to make that geometry available. And so what we're going to do, let me suppress the solid part, which we are not going to use. So I suppress for physics, and I'm not going to visualize this. And what we're going to do, we're going to pull this surface all the way back here until to the surface. There you go. So this will be, as I mentioned, again, a reference case to be used to make a comparison with and without silencer. So let us continue with the CFX Pre with the setting of the problem. So we're going to continue with the silencer example here. The bullet is defined here, which is highlighted, right? And the rest of the domain. The mesh is so pretty coarse, which is just to make the calculations easy and fast. But in reality, definitely the finer mesh is going to be needed. So let's see how we're going to set this problem. So as I mentioned before, the bullet is actually right into the barrel area, on the fluid portion of the barrel area, and that is defined as an immersed solid, right? And we defined a certain mass to that, and a translational degree of freedom is actually on the z-axis. That's the z-axis, right? The barrel moves from moves from left to the right in this example. And in the default domain, we'll see the inlet boundary condition. We provided a pressure curve, which I'm going to talk about that a bit. That's a pressure inlet condition. So after the silencer portion, the majority of the rest domain is set as the opening condition, particularly this surface as well as the rear end surface here. The side surfaces are pretty much the symmetry boundary conditions. So let's talk about the pressure curve conditions. So we have several options here. First, we can create an expression to perform the same or similar action, or user functions. Let's see the expressions application first. So in this particular example, as you have seen, we have defined a sinusoidal curve, and first positive portion of the sinusoidal curve, and the rest is going to be 0, and that is actually established with this step function. And with the plotting option here, I will demonstrate what kind of a pressure curve is utilized. Let me change this to a lower number to visualize this better. Here you go. So the pressure increases and reduces, and it stays at 0 afterwards. Very similarly, if I go back here, I can define a pressure curve. At this time, the data is actually entered, and there are a few ways of entering this. You can type in one by one, or you can actually import data. If we use this example, we have to set the corresponding units. The argument units is actually the time on the first column. The second column is the pressure data, and the pressure unit is demonstrated here too. While setting this boundary condition at the inlet, we can either define the pressure curve with a function of time, which is in this case this example, right? And if we don't do that, what we're going to do, we're going to type in the pressure curve on this section. On this section, and that's going to be all. And with all these settings, we can perform the CFD calculations and then do the post-processing. So I will continue with the post-processing. I already opened the results file, and I'm going to demonstrate you how the bullet moves with the animation screen. Per our boundary condition, the pressure builds up, and after a while, the bullet starts to move. The first pressure wave passes through the silencer vanes, and then it diminishes per the idea, and the bullet continues to move, passes the silencer, and then leaves the firearm ultimately, goes back to the rest of the fluid domain, or in this case, the air. This is a slow application because the animation is performed while reading the data at every time point that is saved. But once we save the data and the animation, we can actually visualize this animation faster. This cross is demonstrating the point that we're going to perform the analysis. We're going to collect the data, the pressure data, at this region of the domain, right after the silencer, and we will see how the pressure is changing throughout the calculation time, as well as throughout the simulations, of course. Now let us examine the same field with the no silencer option. In this geometry, if you remember, we brought the air domain all the way back to the exit of the rifle here, and with the animation, we're going to see how the bullet moves, as well as how the pressure regions are developing. You will see multiple flash points, and this is definitely a different observation compared to the silencer. This cross is at the exact same location of the silencer case. However, for this application, we will use this cross because that is right at the exit of the firearm, and I think it's a better region to make a comparison. So just for demonstration purposes, I looked at two different pressure curves. One is actually more sudden pressure increase and drop. The other one is more gradual. One goes slightly higher than the other one, and these are again generic curves, and they may mimic, you know, different firearm conditions, maybe different types of firearms, etc. So let's make a very quick comparison here, considering the first curve, which is more gradual change, looking at the two cases, no suppressor versus suppressor, and looking at the pressure profiles. No suppressor 0.2 pressure data with the orange one versus suppressor 0.1. As you see, there is actually a significant difference. When you look at the 0.1 comparisons for both cases, now the pressures are maybe similar, but still with no suppressor or silencer, you may notice the pressure waves. But in any case, we can calculate the sound intensity with a generic formula, and then make a comparison in terms of the decibels to see if suppressor versus no suppressor makes sense. And these numbers are high for sure, but still with the suppressor we are actually damping the sound. But this number is high. That means the suppressor is not optimized. Again, this is a very generic case. We wanted to demonstrate the application. Similarly, I can demonstrate the animations here. They are pretty fast. In this case, you will see multiple pressure flashes with no suppressor. When you look at the suppressor case, it is totally different. Similarly, for the second pressure curve, which is more sudden, steep, definitely a different characteristic, but very similarly, this suppressor works to diminish the pressure as well as dampen the sound relatively. And these are the corresponding videos. So in this video, we demonstrated generic simulations of suppressor or silencer of firearms utilizing the Ansys products such as Workbench, Space Claim, CFX, and CFD Post. Thank you for watching.